Guess I don't need that headset anymore, do I? Hey, folks, thank you for showing up today. I appreciate it for sure. It's always good to do a show when I can. Thank you. Looks like we got, I always put out that banner. It says what country, city, state, and you from and everything. Mike, great to see you from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Music and voice good. Good. That's unusual. I know. I surprised everybody on that one for sure. So I'm going to let me go through some of the preliminaries that I have to do before I get started on all this. And remember, today's show is like a tip. Basically, we have a community. And as you can see, Mike right here, he is a member of that community. If you look right here, there's a little circle, has little lines on it or whatever. And that means that he is a member of my YouTube channel. And we do daily tips. And I give these tips, and these are tips from the past that I've done. And I'm turning them into real videos by doing a live presentation of those tips. So I'm going to try and keep this limited. I'm going to give you about 4, might sneak in a 5th one, but I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. So, and the key here on these, I really, really, really would love for you to tell me, hey, no, I don't do that. I like this better, or this is better for me. I just have never gotten used to this particular feature, something like that. Hello, Jolin. Good to see Jolin. So if any of this comes about for you, well, hey, Zara, great to see you. Also a member. All these people, all my members, wonderful of you to show. Appreciate that. So if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this later, give me some feedback and say, you know what, I never liked that feature, or you know what, I didn't know that we had that feature, or that was available. Any of that is great stuff and good feedback, because I'm always curious to hear reasons why you don't like a particular setting or something like that. And what we're talking about today is Gmail stuff. So let's get right to it. I'm going to open up to my Gmail, and I'm going to, let me go here real quick so you can, before I do that, I just want to close this. So I didn't really need you to see that, but anyway. All right. So here we go. Let me get right down to it. Okay. So now this is my Gmail, and where we're going and checking this stuff, these are settings that I absolutely love. So here's what I'm going to go. I'm going to kind of zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. Actually, let me get right here. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to hit this gear wheel. Okay. So once we hit that gear wheel, we're going to see this going to pop up. So we have the gear wheel. This basically takes us into settings. And then there's a pill button that says see all settings. So that's the place we're going to go on our Gmail to check it out. There you go, John. Put that up there. Low Country, South Carolina. Thank you. So when I hit see all settings, first thing that comes up, you're going to see up at the top here, we have the general. There are all kinds of menu items, but general is the one that we're looking at, and it defaults to that. It goes right to it. So we're going to go here, and I want to show you some of my favorites. These are my favorites, and I'll tell you why some of them are my favorites and why I use them. And you may not, like I said, again, you may say, oh, no, I don't like that at all. Or you might say, I just don't use that, or just don't see a convenience for it, so I don't need it reminding me or telling me, etc. So let's get right to it. So the first one we're going to go to is undo send. This one, I really enjoy this one. It gives you a chance, once you send it, you have a certain number of seconds that you can undo send. And there's 5, 10, 20, or 30 seconds. So if this becomes common for you, and I found that 10 seconds is mine. That's me. Usually, I forgot to add the attachment, or I forgot to do this. Well, it doesn't let you forget the attachment, but that is just something that I have come to love, and that's my time. 10 seconds is for me. I don't need 30 seconds for it to tell me, because it just sits down in the bottom corner while you're doing other stuff and says that you can undo, which is kind of cool. I like that. The next one is right next to it. It's a default reply behavior. I used to do just the reply, and I changed this to reply all because I found more times than not, I'm hitting reply all anyway. So for me, this was great to have this as where I could set it. I really like to have that ability. So I have turned that on, and it works great for me. You can always send a reply to just that person versus replying to everyone. But so just so you know, you can always still go back and just, instead of like, if I'm in my inbox, if I wanted to, I don't have to reply all. I can just set, instead of reply all, I can just hit here and hit reply. And again, there we go. So there. So that's that. All right. So, and I'm doing that quickly because you don't really need to see who I'm sending stuff to and all that kind of stuff. It's more important about the other. So I also use reply all. Yep. Haha. Sometimes I need 10 minutes. Zara, I totally get that. I've been there, done that too. That's a whole different probably show that we need to have if that's the case. So next one we're going to come up on this is one that is controversial in a lot of ways, only because I absolutely love, and I'm going to go right to it right now, conversation view. This is something I love, my emails in conversation view, because I can have them stack on top of each other and it's chronological. So I can see the path that we took to get to resolve something. Some people love the old traditional email where just give me a separate email for every single thing. Then that individual email doesn't have the threads attached. And if I need to forward it and do whatever, I can do whatever. But I absolutely love conversation view. For me, that's a no-brainer. But I'd love to hear some other people's feedback, because some people they think it's, oh my gosh, it's such a pain. It's so cluttered. They find like it's all bunched together. So, and be real curious if anybody's watching this later to give me your feedback on what you think on that. Jolin says, I agree. Better in the conversation rather than separate emails. Gotcha. Good. We're going to go through these quick because I don't have much more, but that's okay. This is what this is all about, so you can come back and reference this. Okay. The last couple things, stars. I'm going to talk about stars. One of the things that I use all the time that help me because I feel like some emails just get lost. So I have a star system that I have created, and you might not know you have this, but you have all these different colors too. You can do each of these different symbols, colors, etc., and they all mean something to you. It doesn't necessarily, these don't mean anything when you hover over them or anything like that. It doesn't. It just doesn't. But it might, if you set up a system and you have that. Hang on one. Beg your pardon, I had to sneeze. That's what makes it real and live. So this one for me is a big deal. And you can go to, when you're in your Gmail, this is my Gmail right here. I don't have anything starred right here, but if I go over to this left-hand side, under the word inbox is starred. So when I hit starred, now you can see all the different stars that I have, and they're different colors. They're all those different ones, and they all mean something to me in my own pattern or way. So I love this for organization, or there's times when I'm working on something and I might be working on 3 different things and I lose focus, and then I lose an email. I will star it real quickly, so that way I have a reference to come back to, and anything with an exclamation point for me means I need to get back to it quick. So I can go hit the star, hit an exclamation, especially if I've missed it for like 2 or 3 days. I can go back and say, oh, you know what? Let me go check my explanations, because I know there was something, but I can't remember what it was. This is a great one. I use snooze all the time too, but that's a whole different thing, and I think I've already talked about that one. This one allows me to star in specific ways. Zara says, I need to use stars more. I've found you have to build it into your system, but oh my gosh, once you do, it helps me a bunch. I'll go back and look at things. Oh, and one thing it forces me to do too is I'll go back in there and I'll say, oh, you know what? I don't need that one anymore. I can go ahead and get rid of this. That event's over, or this thing has already happened, etc., and all that kind of stuff. So last one for me, and we're at 11 minutes right now, but the last one for me is button labels. This one is a big deal to me. I've always talked about this. Because of, I'd rather text than icons. Okay. My thing is that icons are so weirdly used, and from app to app, you may have the same icons for different things, or a different, let's say you use 3 different emails, say you use Yahoo, Gmail, and Outlook. Well, all of those icons are different on whichever one you're using. And same thing on a record. Well, record looks like YouTube. If you look up here, that could be a record button on another channel. You know, that little red thing. It is red, which is nice. But I'm just saying, I'm just giving you an example of why I like words versus buttons. So in my Gmail, I'm going to switch back over here. If I go into a Gmail, let's go into my inbox, and I go into a Gmail, you can see I have all words at the top. Let's go up here. So it's all words. Okay. I don't have symbols because I don't remember what the symbols are. Now, granted, if you hover over them, it will tell you what that symbol is, but you can't hover on a phone, you know, and I'm not sure what the menu is on the phone or whatever either, but those are some of my key settings and tips that I wanted to give you on Gmail and why I like Gmail, these particular settings. If you have a favorite setting that I didn't cover that you wanted to mention or you wanted to bring up, feel free to do so. I would love to have that. Anybody that doesn't like one of these for whatever reason, I would love to have those comments as well. Feel free to do that after the show is over, because I'm going to go ahead and end this right quickly. Great way to support the channel is become a YouTube channel member. Just click the join button and you too will get cool icon besides you're using. That's right. That little icon right here. There it is. It's right over here. I have to remember that. It's right over near my logo. Just go near the logo. That's where it is. So yeah, that'd be awesome. And also hit the like or the thumbs up button, either one. All right, folks. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody coming out. Those that are members into the tinkering space, if you're a member at the middle level or higher, you can come in and chat with us afterward, because we'll do some talking afterward. We always do. And also, if we ever have guests, you can come meet those guests as well. One of the benefits. Mark says, thank you. Of course, sir. I'm glad to accommodate. I'm going to go ahead and take us on out. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We will see you folks the next time. Bye-bye.